I've been investing $30 a week in the SCHD for 10 weeks now, and in this video, I'm going to go over the results with you guys and show you what's happened. So here we see my Robinhood Roth IRA account, which is where I'm doing these investments. Window is going to be a little tiny, but I want everything to fit on the screen for you. So I'm going to go over the facts and the numbers with you guys and show you guys exactly what's going on. I guess I could take this little corner box off right here. So what we see right here is I have a total of $456.58, because the number, obviously you guys see the numbers changing, so you realize this is a live Robinhood account. This isn't some phony stuff. And we'll see right here that my average cost for the shares are $27.31, right? Currently, it's at $28.62. So with this being said, I have a total of 15, almost 16 shares right here. I'll have another point whatever shares to make this a round number of 16 next week. Now I do this once a week. What I've done is I've set it up in my recurring investments. You'll see right here, $30 recurring investment next week on the 20th. And I just do this every month. That way I don't forget to invest the amount of money that I need to invest. I don't forget to put it in on a certain day, because guys, I got a lot of stuff going on and I don't literally have time to remember all the individual investments that I got to do on a day-to-day basis. Now in another video, I'll go over you guys in fine detail which ETFs and stocks that I'm actually investing in, what are my recurring investments on those, because some of them I don't invest in all the time. I only have two handfuls or so of recurring investments that get either daily investments or weekly investments, and I'll break those down for you guys in another video. But let me show you some of the history, because as I said, I've been investing $30 a week for 10 weeks, but I've been in this ETF slightly longer than 10 weeks. So let me show you guys what we got in here. We got 20% in energy, 15% in healthcare, consumer cyclicals got 10%, technology's got, and these are obviously not round numbers. I'm just throwing it out there. Well, let's start rounding up. 10% in technology. We got 1% in basic materials. We got 18% in consumer defensive, 11 in industrials, 10 in financial services, and 4 in communication services, and 0.4 in utilities, right? So here's the names of the companies, which those are some solid companies to be in. But I'm going to show you the history on what I've been doing here. So we see for the majority of this is all $30 investments. Now right here is $2.92. My dividend reinvestment for the month of December. And I was able to buy 0.10 shares at that price. Now, you see more $30 investments, and as you'll notice, it's just every week, like clockwork, that I invest this $30 in. Now we'll see right here, November 11th, I invested an additional $5. This was around the time that I started the $30 recurring investment, because before then I had just gotten in October 14th of last year. And my first investment was $25. The next one was $25. And then 3, 13, 40, 7, and 10. And these were all within a couple of days of each other. Then I was like, you know what? If I'm going to continue to invest in this stock or this ETF, I need to just set it up on a recurring investment, just set it and forget it, and just let it do its thing. And it's been a great decision to make, because now I just know like clockwork every Tuesday, or whatever the case, the date is. I believe it's Tuesday. Matter of fact, maybe it's Monday, because it says right here, January 12th, which was yesterday, Monday. So every Monday, $30 goes out of my buying power into this ETF. All the hard work's done for me. And we'll see that over the last year, it's kind of been growing sideways. So I haven't really made a whole bunch off this, but I've made $21.23 off this ETF just since getting into it in October. So that's up 5% almost year to date, which I'm okay with that, guys. This is not a growth ETF. This is a dividend ETF. So I'm strictly investing into it to get returns on my dividends. And that's okay with me, since this is actually what I want this ETF for. Now, a lot of people like to focus on SCHD when they get closer to retirement age. And since I'm 42, I'll be 43 this year, and I've wasted a lot of time on retirement. My goal is to start trying to get some dividends rolling in every month to where I can really, once I get a decent amount of dividend income, I know that I have the opportunity to take a step away from so much of the grind and hustle. Right now, I have a full-time job. I have two YouTube channels that I put content out on, and I also do reselling online on eBay. I would like to figure out a way to where I can do uh, more income from the more profitable revenue streams and leave behind some of the revenue streams that are kind of a headache. Not that I'm going to do this anytime soon, but if I can get this lined up by 50 or so, that'd be great. That way I can focus on what's actually bringing in the real money and leave behind the kind of piddly stuff that isn't really worth my time. Because you got to understand what your time is worth. And, nowadays we trade time for money. So why not trade it for the options that's making you the most money? Now, there's no guarantees in the stock market, guys. So do not take this as financial advice. But if you manage to get assets that give you great returns and you compound your interest, the stock market can take care of your day-to-day income. It can replace your day-to-day job, rather. There are people out there getting 30, 40, even up to $100,000 in dividends that they live off of. They were able to quit their day job and they just live off the residual income coming in from their dividends. And that's great. For me, I'm going to push the envelope a little bit. I'm going to try to maximize my results and flood this YouTube money that I have from my other channel into paying down debt for the time being until I can get debt free. I got about $40,000 to go, and I feel like I'll be able to get the majority of that paid off in 2026. If that seems like something that you're into, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so you could check my progress and see how fast I get out of debt. Now, this video is only going over SCHD. Make sure you subscribe so you can see how I'm doing in my other stocks and ETFs and what small amounts of money on a recurring basis can do for you over the long haul. A lot of people like to overcomplicate this. All you need is $5 a day into something to just get started, guys. And if you're anything like me and you waited till you were in your 40s to get started, hey, you found the right place. This is your community, and I'm here to support you. It's never too late to get started, and the perfect time to get started is today. That's going to do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.